Hey guys, this is Tara from Tara Buster, and you're watching the Political Voices Network, and thank you for doing it. Recently, a Finnish PhD candidate student posted this on Twitter. Elon Musk is rapidly becoming the largest spreader of disinformation in human history, hijacking political debates in the process. The EU must take action. Nothing untrue there. And as you can see on the bottom, Elon Musk responded, F you retard. That's right, F you retard. Now, this is a man who's been elevated by his marketing and the corporate media that spreads it without question that he is a genius. He's not a genius. He's an underwhelming man-child. And of course, the truth is, Twitter has become a breeding ground of falsehoods, and man-child Musk is the primary purveyor of these falsehoods. He has, in a very short time, turned this perfectly decent platform that once had standards into a cesspool of misinformation, disinformation, Russian bots, Nazis, the KKK, all kinds of hate. So he's not a genius. He's a emotionally stunted, demented, sociopathic man-child who likes messing with the world. He's more like a supervillain from a Marvel comic than anything that we really should be putting up with. Instead of fostering a platform of healthy debate, please. He wants to drag the entire world down to his level of depravity. But it's to the aim of making himself richer. But what's most disgusting, well, it's all disgusting, and the reason I'm pointing it out is because all of the systems that were supposed to stand in the breach, protecting democracy, the body politic, the public discourse, decency, they've all failed us. And now that Zuckerberg has also bent the knee to the tax cheating, draft dodging, wannabe dictator con man, and all the Republicans who are cheering the fact that there will be no fact checkers, those who don't like telling the truth are really the only ones cheering the end of fact checking. So tell me if I'm getting anything wrong here, because I'm happy to hear it. Mainstream media won't do the job. I only have my platform, Tara Buster, and here we do our best on the Political Voices Network, but we don't have big billionaire benefactors. We're competing with behemoths that have large audiences and money to back that up. So, Mehdi Hassan posted an accurate description of what we're up against. He said, imagine if 2 weeks before the inauguration in 2021, a top donor to Biden who he had appointed to a top position in his administration had gone on Twitter and said to a member of the public, F you retard. Imagine the media's response and the pressure on Biden. Just imagine. Absolutely. 100%. The media would have had a frenzy. But when it comes to Musk and the Republicans, it doesn't even garner a mention in passing. The media has normalized these juvenile antics. And, of course, they would crucify Democrats for far less. This babyish, infantile behavior is a Republican privilege that the media does not extend to Democrats, even though Democrats wouldn't behave like this. They say that Musk is a genius, an innovator. That's more misinformation. Musk is a rich trust fund brat who got his money from daddy's diamond mine, blood diamond mines in South Africa. He never innovated anything on his own. He bought into existing companies like PayPal and Tesla and then went to court over calling himself the co-founder and then hired a good marketing team to spread this fiction. And the media now takes this as gospel and they spread it. No actual genius would speak like this. No actual genius would retweet anti-Semitic memes or conspiracy theories hatched in the bowels of the Kremlin. And let's face it, too. No genius, no actual genius would hang out with Donald F. and Trump, the most mind-numbingly ignorant grifter ever to waste human DNA. That's for sure. And it's pathetic how childish and devolved the MAGA crowd, the entire MAGA infrastructure, insists on making this country. Now, man-child Musk openly flaunts his corruption of our government. This is what pisses me off. The government that the founders fought a revolution to create and entrust to us. This is an illustration of the fact that billionaires shouldn't exist. They are a threat to the grand experiment in liberal democracy. And with this shit show smash and grab kakistocracy of the second Trump administration barreling at us like an ongoing train, I sincerely hope that our wake-up call doesn't come too late. Because it used to be common knowledge. People understood at one time that oligarchy and democracy can't live in the same house. Teddy Roosevelt warned us about the dangers of concentrated wealth and bloated fortunes, as he called it. He said there could be no real political democracy unless there is economic democracy. I mean, that sounds perfectly socialistic. Could you imagine what Fox News would do with that? And he was absolutely right. Of course, FDR took it a step further. We all know about the power of organized money is just as dangerous as organized mob. And FDR passed significant tax reforms aimed at curbing concentrated wealth in itself. His wealth tax of 1935 raised federal income taxes on people earning over $50,000. And, of course, the top marginal tax rates went up to 75% for millionaires. So there could be no billionaires, and these millionaires would invest in the country, and this gave us a time in American history called the Great Prosperity, and built the American middle class that was the envy of the world. That American middle class gave us the American century. The middle class was not created because billionaires felt like trickling it on us. It came from government policy. And FDR's aggressive taxation policy not only funded government programs, it also diminished the political power of wealth. The irony is that Republicans all long for the good old days, but they're talking about the strict racial hierarchies and social mores and gender roles, not the tax rates that promoted the general welfare over the welfare of the few. Fast forward to today, and we see that Republicans have successfully reversed much of this progress, sadly. Starting with Reagan, of course, now the rich pay less, and the working class has become the more malleable working poor. For the first time in generations, the American middle class is less than 50% of the population. That's a disgrace. So we have billionaires openly buying government. South African-born Musk strutting around the halls of Congress, taking meetings with senators and ambassadors and having phone calls with Putin. And the media sits by and normalizes it. They never point out the truth. This is not normal. This is not democracy. This is oligarchy. It's not the system that the founders fought a revolution to create and entrust to us. It's more like the system the founders fought a revolution to escape. And the only thing that trickles down is selfishness and hate, as man-child Musk's tweet is a testament to. I mean, think about these people. They should be vilified. This is a sociopath who, if he wanted to, could end homelessness. We could all have health care. We could all have a decent middle-class life. But he's talking about firing millions of people in order to have greater prosperity. For who? For him. So no, billionaires are not the embodiment of the American dream. They are part of the problem. They are a symptom of a sick system that thrives on poisoning our society and democracy with abuse, division, and disinformation. We are the many, they are the few. And I have to ask, how much longer are we going to take it? Legally and peacefully, of course. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments. My name is Tara from Tara Buster. Thank you for watching the Political Voices Network. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.